choosing a mentor to get you to the next level in your real estate business. So I mentioned in my book, Blood, Sweat, and Goals, Finding Your Way as an Entrepreneur, that as far as real estate, that I started, did not know anything at all. I started with a mentor. And so the benefit to me that I say, and I talk about it in the book, is that when you get a mentor, you move faster. So do you need a mentor to start a real estate business? Absolutely not. However, you will find that you move faster in any goal or anything you're trying to accomplish in life. If you have a mentor or coach that has already succeeded at what you're trying to attain, they're always going to help you to move faster and attain the goal faster. So for me, that's the key to or not the key, but I guess the best benefit of having a mentor. So for me, it is worth you know, the sacrifice. If I have to pay them or whatever I have to do, because I want to move as fast as I can. Okay, so I just want to share some tips on, you're looking for a mentor, things you should look for and things like that. So number one is look for a mentor that has what it is that you're trying to attain. So if you're just trying to you know, if you want to be a real estate agent, if you want to be a real estate investor, the type of success that you're looking for, look for someone that has that. If you want to have, for instance, you want to have rentals, reach out to someone you know that has 50 rental properties. You know what I mean? If you want to be a top real estate agent, you know, go through Zillow, look who comes in, you know, put in like your zip code area or something, and look who are the top agents that come up, and reach out to them to see, hey, do they offer mentoring and things like that. Always get a mentor that has already obtained what you're trying to do. Okay, so the second thing that I would mention is to really study this person. And I even talk about it in the book, how by the time I met my mentor, like face to face, I knew so much about him because I had Googled him and Googled him a lot online. And then when I Googled him, I found prior students he coached, and I reached out to them before I ever contacted him. I reached out to his prior students to ask them their experience and to find out, okay, well, what are they doing now? What happened to them after they went through his program and his teaching? So some mentors, like, they give speeches and things like that. You can go online and Google, listen to their speeches. What is it that they're telling people to do, and things like that. So Google is your friend. I mean, come on. When you're ready to reach out to this person and ask for help, you want to, a lot of people, if it's someone that's successful, they're going to be really busy, but feel free to make the request to, you know, send an email or to call into their office or things like that and say, hey, you know, I admire you, I've been following you for years. Hey, I bought your book and I learned so much from it, and I was just wondering, you know, do you provide mentoring? And so a couple things that I want to say is, if someone that you're reaching out to already has content out there, a lot of times for them to take you seriously, like for instance, you know, if they already have a book, you should have read the book. Because a lot of times, that's what I tell people, is people will reach out to me for mentoring and they haven't done anything at all, and I'm like, hey, you know, you can just go and purchase my book, as opposed to meeting with me, paying a mentoring fee, and you haven't even done the basics. You know what I mean? So I always tell people, hey, at first look through every single video, you know, on my channel, because there's so much free information that I've put out. So a lot of times the students that I actually take on, they've already, you know, when they come to me, they're like, I watch every single video, you know, I have your book, I have this, and then I will really consider taking them on as a mentoring student. And it's the same thing that other mentors are going to do. So if they already have a book out there, you should have already read their book. If they have free content out there, like I said, a lot of you know, successful agents and investors, they may speak at conferences and things like that. All that stuff, or podcast interviews, all that are things that you should have read. Let me slow down. All of that are things that, you know, you should have already Googled and listened to on your own time. And after you've gone through all that content, then reach out to them and ask for training. So the cost. Now, most people are going to charge for their time because they get so many requests. Like originally when I started, I was able to answer my emails if people had a question and things like that. But now with the number of emails I get and things like that, there's no way that I can answer every single email. So now I just have a dedicated email that's just for my students. I only respond to my students. What I will do is if people just, you know, general people send me emails that are not my students, a lot of times those questions, if I keep seeing the same question coming and coming, I'll make a video answering that question to at least that lets you know, to at least get my subscribers, you know, hey, this is something that my subscribers are interested in, to get the information out. And so there of course are investors and agents that are, you know, their volume is way higher than what I'm doing. There's no way they can just sit down and, you know, mentor everyone for free, because, you know, they're losing money to sit with you. They could be out closing a deal making $50,000. They're losing money to just sit with someone they don't know that just called them out the blue and said, hey, will you mentor me? So, you know, really be, you know, to respect, you know, this person's time, because success comes from hard work, which means this person is really putting in a lot. So respect this person's time. If they do have a what I will say is, if they have a cost to mentor you, and say like you don't have it, you know, offer to do things. I've had people offer to intern for me. I've done that to other mentors where I could not afford the fee because it was so expensive. I've contacted them and said, hey, you know, I really want to do this, but hey, I don't have all the funds up front. Can I do can I sign up into a monthly plan? Or, you know, so people kind of saw like, hey, she's really, you know, into this, she's trying her best, she's dedicated. You know, some people are gonna say yes, some people are gonna say no. So I just wanted to tell you that, to, you know, offer to do different things if you don't have all the funds up front and things like that. But like I said, most mentors, probably I would say, you know, a lot of my mentors that I've had have been, you know, paid mentors, but like I said, they have helped me really get to this stage. And I, you know, and like I said, a lot of people actually, and then a lot of people that have mentored me, when I look now, I'm so glad I reached out to them earlier, because now their fees are even higher. So, you know, like I said, you have to be respectful of people's time, because most people are not going to just sit with you for free unless they think that you're really going to take the information they provide to you seriously and take action. Because a lot of people, you know, send me emails. I can tell you, for instance, send me emails, or I send them information and then they do absolutely nothing with it and they take no action.